record.
Good morning, everyone. Today is the 27th of December. Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. And it's 10 o'clock, and the board is in session to conduct its open business meeting. Both commissioners are present. Mr. Kenyon is absent. I don't know if she's going to be online or not, but and we have Bethany Cowley on the bridge. Okay, if you can introduce yourself for the record then before we get going. We're here.
Tom Daly, Commissioner-elect.
Jake Precht, Public Defender's Office.
Noah Hill, Procurement.
Tom Audi, Solid Waste.
Rebecca Weeks, Solid Waste.
Josh Brown, Operations.
Richard Beck, Development Services.
Elizabeth Duncan, Communications.
IT guy.
Phil McGrain, Clerk.
Bob McQuaid, Assessor.
Alyssa Ellington, Ada County Procurement.
Beth Mon, Treasurer.
All right, thank you. Madam Clerk, do we have any changes to the agenda?
No, we do not.
Okay, first up is volunteer boards. Any discussion or questions or issues?
Mr. Chair, we reworked the bylaws for the Solid Waste Advisory Committee, and this is sort of part of reestablishing what the terms are for appointed members, and so everybody is sort of getting a new appointment date today with the term to be specified. Tom, do you have anything to add to that?
We're just very happy about it. It makes it a lot easier to know when appointments are starting and when they're ending, and as opposed to having people kind of jostled throughout. So having one time with 1 year and 2 years makes it much better for us.
Okay. Unless there's any further discussion, I would accept the motion.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the 11 volunteer board appointments as listed on the agenda with the terms of expiration as specified.
Okay, I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you. Now we'll get to unfinished business. We need a motion to remove the unfinished business from the table.
Mr. Chair, I move to remove the unfinished business from the table for consideration.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. First up is ordinance 945. It was tabled from the 11/29/22 public hearing to today's date. I understand that there is a request to retable this motion, this issue. Is that right?
That's the information we got.
Do we have a motion?
Mr. Chair, I'll move to table ordinance number 945 to January 24th, 2023.
Okay, just for those of you that may be watching or here, this is the animal ordinance, and there's some more reworking needs to be done. So I'll second the motion, and all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. The ordinance will be tabled till the when is it?
January 24th,
January
2023.
Okay, good enough. All right, now we have procurement up. Okay, we have final ranking and request to enter fee negotiations for RFQ 23014 design services for the Ada County Landfill Education and Outreach Center, tabled from the 13th of December.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, the evaluation team for RFQ 23014 has completed the evaluation of the 5 qualification statements and would like to submit a letter of the recommendation for your consideration.
Could you read the letter, please?
Yes, I'd be happy to. So, dear members of the board, the evaluation committee has evaluated the responses for RFQ 23014. A short list of qualified candidates was determined by evaluation scoring and interview of the top 2 candidates. The short list of qualified firms ranked in order of evaluation scoring is as follows. Number 1, Lombard Conrad Architects with a score of 137.33. Number 2, Erstad with a score of 131. Number 3, CSHQA with a score of 82.67. Number 4, Hutchison Smith Architects with a score of 80.33. Number 5, Cushing Terrell with a score of 75.33. And then number 6, Eric Hagen Architecture with a score of 56.67. The evaluation committee would like to request the board's approval of the final rankings and permission to enter into fee negotiations, beginning with the number 1 ranked firm. If negotiations are successful, the operations department will put back on the board's agenda for contract award consideration.
Thank you. Any further discussion, or I'll accept the motion?
Mr. Chair, I move to accept the evaluation committee's final rankings for RFQ 23014, design services for Ada County Landfill Education and Outreach Center, and authorize staff to enter into fee negotiations, beginning with the number one ranked firm.
Okay, I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now we have a couple of public hearings that we will take into consideration. I'll open the public hearing on resolution number 2828, resolution for sole source contract for quality assurance software and services related to Ada County Dispatch for fiscal year 22-23. Is there any discussion? Or anyone here to talk about it? If not, I will close the public hearing on resolution number 2828. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chair, I move to approve resolution number 2828 as listed on the agenda.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I'll open the public hearing on resolution 2829, resolution establishing a temporary employee referral and recruitment incentive program for recruitment of Ada County employees. Is there any discussion or issues on this?
Let me see Bethany's on.
Bethany, did you want to say anything about this effort?
Chairman, Commissioner, I just appreciate your agreement to extend the referral bonus. We've seen it be successful across the whole county and absolutely helping us during these tight times of dealing with our vacancies in the county. Thank you.
Do you want to just summarize what the incentive is?
Certainly. It was passed in July, and it provides that employees who recruit and a person is successfully hired and completes 2 pay periods, the referring party is eligible for a $1,000 referral bonus. And that's a basic summary of the program for now. We've had it reviewed every quarter, and this will be our 3rd quarter having it.
All right.
Thank
you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing on resolution 2829. I'll accept the motion.
I move to approve resolution 2829 as listed on the agenda.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I'll open the public hearing on resolution 2830, a resolution for the sole source for the sale of personal property owned by Ada County Development Services. You want to tell us about what we're selling?
Sure, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Davidson, we have, I think, 6 rolling file cabinets over at the Faces building, and thanks to the support of Clerk McGrain and the Records and Retention Center, we've been able to digitize the records that were stored there, and operations has asked us to free up some space, and this will enable us to do that.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing on resolution 2830 and accept the motion.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve resolution number 2830 as listed on the agenda.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. And finally, we have resolution number 2831, a resolution for engagement of Holly Troxel as bond counsel for a possible jail expansion. Any discussion on this? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing on resolution 2831 and accept the motion.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve resolution number 2831 as listed on the agenda.
I will second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Moving on, we have licenses. Is there a motion on these licenses?
Mr. Chair, I move to approve and ratify the licenses previously signed by Commissioner Beck on December 20th, 2022, as identified on the agenda. Approve the remaining new license as listed on the agenda, and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. And now we have with us, probably for the last time, our distinguished clerk. Thank you again for your service to the county, all your work you've done over the years. And this will be your final report, unless you want to go back and just visit with us.
Yeah, no, I think this is my final open business meeting, Mr. Chairman. So
Well, thank you.
certainly I've been attending these for quite a few years now, and so it feels a little bit strange to be making the transition, but I'm happy to report I'll be over at the state of Idaho this time next week. It really has been a privilege working with everyone. As I've mentioned, we're in the thick of the transition, preparing, get Trent on the right footing as he heads into office. I will be here for your swearing in ceremony coming up on the 9th. Next week, Trent and I will both be out. We have the Idaho Elections Conference next week, so if you're looking for us, we'll both be together down at the Riverside, meeting with all the other clerks and election officials throughout the state. And so Daisy and I put a lot of work into getting that ready and gearing up. But this is a time of change around here, and so it really has been an honor and privilege working with everybody. And can't say I'll miss attending open business meetings, but I certainly will miss all my friends that I've made here at the county over the years.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'm glad you're having that election thing. I think we as Idahoans should be proud of our elections in Idaho. I don't think we've had the kind of issues that have cropped up in a few other states, and I think you're a large part of that for the reason. And thank you for that.
Thank you.
And anyway, did you have anything else you'd like to discuss with us while we're here?
Nothing else to report, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Next up, we have the Claims Journal. Do we have a motion on the Claims Journal? This is where we pay our bills. Remember, you had to give us that lecture.
Oh, yeah, I remember very well. Good luck, Commissioner Daly.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, I move to authorize payment of claims on the Claims Journal dated December 23rd, 2022.
Okay, I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, now we have personnel actions. I'll accept a motion on the personnel actions.
I move to approve the personnel actions as listed on the agenda and that the summary sheet remain on file in the Commissioner's office.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
And next we have another swan song. This is your last open business meeting. Bob, it's our distinguished assessor, and we appreciate your long service. You almost doubled the clerk service.
No, I think more than
double. That's right, more than double.
Well, it's in the number of years, but not necessarily the
Yeah.
quality and the quantity.
Well, that's true.
That's
Well,
tripled.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's triple. Yeah, well, thank you for your long and enduring service to the community and to Ada County, and we've all benefited as a result. Thank you for that.
Thank you for those kind words. Yeah, I'm gonna miss these meetings. I've loved the open business meetings. It's been a lot of fun.
Sure, something for everybody, Bob.
Find out a lot of interesting things. And I feel so fortunate that the public has elected me to be serving this position for 28 years. I've just absolutely loved it, and I'm very appreciative to have been able to serve in this position for so long. With that, I'm just going to say I'm going to leave a gift of 130 tax cancellations for this year.
Nice gift here.
Something to remember me by.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, that's everything from the assessor's office.
Well, you're welcome back anytime if you want to come back to our open business meetings.
I appreciate that. I just might do that.
Yes, you're welcome. All right, then I would accept a motion on the, it's called tax cancellations, but it's not canceling any taxes. It's just making an adjustment.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the 130 tax cancellations as listed on the agenda for 2022 and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
Thank you. I'll second that motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. And now we have with us our distinguished treasurer, Miss Bitmon. Now, you're going to be here for the duration. So we appreciate your service as well.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Yes, thank you.
Good morning. So last week was the due date for the 2022 property taxes. So it was a flurry of activity. We are still receiving payments. They're still trickling in. So our staff is diligently looking at envelopes because, as you're aware, we are guided by the postmark rule. So we're looking at the payments to make sure that those payments, even though we receive them this week or even next week, if they were postmarked December 20th or earlier, that we will not assess a 2% late charge. So we're looking at those very closely. One thing I'm always reminded every June and December is that there are happy taxpayers out there, and they are at Cloverdale. They all are at our Cloverdale facility. So all of our comment cards, that facility, they all say, thank you for this location, thank you for this service. So just wanted to thank you for helping us make that location possible. Our taxpayers out west really, really appreciate that. So thank
They
you.
don't have to go through a magnometer to pay their taxes.
Yep, and the parking's
That would
there.
be good, parking, good parking, yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
so they're very
Well, great.
pleased with that location.
We're
So
happy
that's
to have
it.
happy citizens and taxpayers.
Yes.
How many do you expect to come in where you actually have to check the postmark?
Oh, hundreds.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
not thousands,
Not thousands.
Good.
I could be wrong on that, but several hundred, because people might just drop it in the mailbox on the 20th. So
Oh, well,
that's it.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate your service as well. All right. Next up, we have a public defender's office with a fiscal report that goes into the state, does it not, for the indigent expense?
That's correct.
And I reviewed it. Is there any questions or do you have any comments you'd like to make?
No, it's just a routine report requested from the Idaho Public Defense Commission.
Yes, and that is the basis actually for the state's contribution to
Correct.
for the public defense. Do you have any questions or observations?
none for me.
Okay, I guess we don't need a motion on this, or do we?
Yep,
let's
I'll move to approve the fiscal year 22 indigent defense expenditure report.
Okay, I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we have development services, KM Engineering, a final plat for Element Sky subdivision. This final plat consists of 14 residential lots and 1 common lot. The property contains 14.76 acres and is located on 7421 North Cavia Lane. Okay, have anything for us?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Davidson, as stated, this is a final plat for your consideration. The applicant has satisfied all the required conditions of approval. Staff has reviewed the plat, finds that it complies with county code and state law, and recommends that you authorize the chair to sign and stamp the plat.
Okay. Any questions? I'll accept a motion.
I move to approve application number 202100507-S, KM Engineering, and authorize the chair to sign and stamp the final plat on behalf of the board.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Now we have the approval of the minutes. A, for the open business meeting of 11/29, 12/6, and 12/20/22, and jail inspection of 12/7/22, and joint open business and emergency medical services district meeting of 12/13. I'll accept the motion.
I move to approve the minutes as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have an interim agreement at Expo Idaho, a gym fair. I'll accept the motion.
I move to approve the one interim event agreement as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
Okay, thank you. I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have 10 agreements on the agenda to approve. I read through the agreements, and there's a couple of significant agreements. One is the design firm for our park that we're building out at Expo, and that's a rather significant step, is it not, Josh?
Mr. Chairman, it is a very significant step.
Yes.
A lot of shareholders are excited to get started, and just to make a note that this is an agreement that's gonna affect generations to come. It's a new chapter for Expo Idaho, and we're extremely excited to get started.
Well, I will, and I appreciate all your work that you put in on it to get, because that was a long slog to get this thing finalized. It's a big contract, and of course, all the contracts are important, but anyway, any other discussion on any of these contracts?
Is there potential for more amendments, or is this really kind of locking
No
it in?
potential for more amendments, just of note that there will be a master site plan agreement that we are gonna be presenting to you in the future, but it's a very small, a separate agreement to help us navigate the entire acreage, not just the ARPA portion. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And we appreciate all of your help as well, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Davidson. It's been fun to navigate some of the contract language, so thank you for your help.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, that's pretty major. There could be a few change orders, who knows? Possibly. Okay, I'll accept the motion.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the 10 agreements as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the appropriate documents on behalf of the board.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Next up, we have our indigent services, weekly indigent items. I'll accept the motion on that.
I move to accept the recommendations of the indigent services staff as listed on the summary cases dated December 27th, 2022, and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Unless there's any further business for this OBM, once again, thank you for your service and Godspeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Make it official with the gavel.
Oh yeah, we gotta do this for Kendra. We're adjourned. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, December 27th. Time is 10:25. The Board of Commissioners, sitting as the Board of Emergency Medical Services District, is in session to conduct its weekly open business meeting. I'll ask the clerk, are there any changes to the agenda?
No, they're not.
Okay, our first up is our claims journal. I will accept a motion on the claims journal.
Mr. Chair, I move to authorize payment of claims as listed on the Claims Journal dated December 23rd, 2022 regarding EMS expenditures.
I will second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Personnel actions.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the personnel actions as listed on the agenda and that the summary sheet remain on file in the Commissioner's office.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
We had the approval of the minutes for the Emergency Medical Services District, 12/6/22 and 12/20/22, and joint open business meeting in the Emergency Medical Services District, 12/13. Is there a motion?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I move to approve the minutes as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We now have 3 agreements. I'll accept the motion on the agreements.
I move to approve the 3 agreements as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the appropriate documents on behalf of the board.
I will second the motion. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
And now I'll ask Commissioner Davidson to give us an EMS update.
I'm predicting they had a busy night the last couple of nights.
They may have. Normally get an update from our EMS director, but he's not here today, and usually there's somebody here. Anyway, unless there's further business from the board, we're in recess.